So today I'm making some Kari birinc. So Kari is an arum plant or arum plant. It grows in the mountains in Kurdistan. So what they do is they pick it, bring it home, clean it, take away the poisonous part because it is poisonous, and they chop it and dry it in the sun for a couple days until completely dry, and then they preserve it for all year round. It has to be completely dry like this for them to keep all year round until the next season. And I know sometimes they don't dry it, they don't do the drying method, they cook it, partially cook it and then put it in Ziploc bags and they put it in the freezers. That's another way, but I have the dry one right now. So here's how I'm gonna make it. I put it in some warm water. I'm gonna soak it for a couple hours before I start boiling it. And I usually throw away the first and second boil, and then I start cooking it after. Okay, so here I have a cup of whole sumac berries. I'm gonna soak it in 2 cups of water because I'm gonna use this to make it sour. I'm gonna soak it for a couple hours too. Okay, it is after 2 hours of soaking. Now I'm gonna rinse it again and put it in a pot. It's in the pot. Now I'm gonna add water and then put it on the stove and let it boil. Okay, I'm gonna let it boil for about 15 minutes and then I will throw away the first boil, put water again, and then boil it a second time. Okay, here it is. Now I'm gonna strain this again. Okay. It's gonna go into the pot again. I'm gonna add more water and boil it again. Okay, here it is back on the stove. I'm going to cover it and let it boil for another about 20 to 30 minutes. And then I will add the rice and the rest of the stuff to it. Okay, so here's my kari. It's been boiling for about a half an hour now. And I'm gonna add the rest of the stuff to it. What I'm gonna add is about 3 tablespoons of oil. I'm also gonna add 3 heaping tablespoons of tahini. I'm gonna mix and see if I need to add more. I might add a little bit more to it. One more tablespoon. So that was 4 tablespoons of tahini. I'm gonna add salt. I'm gonna add chicken bouillon. You don't have to add this, you can just add more salt, but I love adding this to it. It adds flavor. About 1 tablespoon of that. I'm gonna mix this. Okay, now I'm going to add that sumac water. It was about 2 cups of sumac water. If you don't have sumac, you can add citric acid. About 1 to 2 tablespoons, depending on how sour you like it. Add citric acid to it. and I'm gonna taste it. If it's sour enough for me, I'm gonna leave it like that. If not, I might still add some citric acid to it, but I will see. So I am gonna add a little bit of citric acid to it, about half a teaspoon to a teaspoon, depending on how much sourness you want in there. I like it really sour, so, and that's it. I'm gonna let it boil. Again, cover it and let it boil for another 10 minutes, and then I will add the rice to it. Okay, here it is. Now I'm going to add 3 cups of rice that I washed and soaked. I'm gonna mix the rice in. And I'm gonna go bring 1 more cup of water to add to it and cover it. Here's 1 more cup of water. I'm gonna cover it and wait for that water to evaporate. Once it does, I'm gonna lower the heat and cook how I normally would cook my rice. And it should be done. Okay, here the water has evaporated. Now I'm gonna lower the heat to really low, cover again, and cook for another 20 to 25 minutes until the rice is cooked and it's done.